Any doubts in the single dimensional array? Now the same thing we'll just see. Yesterday we just saw the input statements. Okay. Now the same thing we will see for the output. But to display the array elements, single dimensional array elements. To display the single dimensional array elements, as I told you, we are declaring an array. So in an array, your declaration is int, meaning to tell that your all array elements should be of a same type. That is, this particular array, this array element is all of integer type itself, and the maximum size I have given is like 10, and I have declared one more variable as I. For I is equal to 0, I is lesser than 3, I plus plus, this is a for loop. This for loop is because like consecutively you need to display the elements, right? To display the elements, because so many under the same name you have to store the multiple elements. Okay, for such a cases we will be using for loop, and in the space of scanf we'll put printf and just remove this ampersand, right? So by doing this, what happens is like whatever the element is there, it will be printed as it is on the screen. So how it will be printed, we'll just tell you. Now this already has been told, so we'll just come here. I is equal to 0, and you're just comparing is 0 lesser than 3. Yes, 0 is lesser than 3. Just come here. Whatever you have at a of 0, a of I is nothing but as I value is now 0. At whatever the value you have at a of 0, that is it 87, will be printed. Right, it will be printed. Next, what happens? It just goes back. I will be incremented. So when the I is incremented, I became 1. So is 1 lesser than 3? Yes, 1 is lesser than 3. It will again come here. At a of 1, 22 will be printed. Whatever you have at the a of 1, that element will be printed as it is on the screen. Then similarly, it just moves back. The I will be incremented. So I will become 2 now. Is 2 lesser than 3? Yes, 2 is lesser than 3, definitely. At that time, what will happen? Since it is 2, again it will come. It has to execute this statement. So it will just print what at a of 2, whatever the element you have, it will just command print. And the next, again the a will be incremented. What is the, sorry, I will be incremented. So now the I became 3. Is 3 lesser than 3? 3 is not lesser than 3. So at that point of time, what will happen? This execution stops here. The execution of this thing stops here, and it will just come out of the statement. So this is the element you get. This is the output. Got it? So in array, we have seen how to take an input and how to display the array element. These are the the concepts. Any doubts you have? If you don't have any doubts, I'll just go on with the two-dimensional array, and I'll explain you the two-dimensional array input and the output statement. If that is done, it is done. Your arrays is done, and this will end your C programming. Any doubts? I'm just waiting for you people. No. Can you please compare one-dimensional and two-dimensional arrays? See, when you just compare one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array, it will happen only when is the comparison possible? First, you need to learn the one-dimensional array. Second, you need to learn the two-dimensional array. Only then you can compare yourself. We have still not yet started with the two-dimensional array. My question is, do you have any doubts in one-dimensional array as of now? Two-dimensional array, now I am doing it. Once I do it, you can only compare yourself. Anyways, I'll just tell you what is difference between the one-dimensional and the two-dimensional array, that I will tell you. That is not a problem. Okay. But do you have any other doubts than this? Please let me know. Do you have any doubts in a single dimensional array? Except for 2, 3, nobody responds to the class actually. And always it is only the Banu will have some doubts, right? So it means that only he is attentive, and along with him I have a few more. Only they are attentive in the class. What about the rest of the people? So we'll just go for the syntax. Before going for the syntax of a two-dimensional array, I'll just take I just want you to take a close look of syntax of one-dimensional array. See a syntax of one-dimensional array, this thing. Copy this one. Yeah, this is the syntax of one-dimensional array. Now, what is the syntax of two-dimensional array is, you have a data type, yes, data type is there. Next, you have an array name, yes, the name of the array is there. Next, you have what you called as row size, and next, you have column size. So generally, a two-dimensional array is used whenever you are doing something in terms of a matrix problems, then you will be using, where your matrix is nothing but number of rows and columns. So this is the syntax of the two-dimensional array. That is, you have a data type, you have an array name, and the size you have, one is a row size and other one is a column size. There you had only one size because you had, it was a linear list. Either the elements were organized horizontally or vertically. That was only size was mentioned there. But whereas here you have two things. One is the row size, one is the column size. So here you just say data type. Data type is any basic data type. Array name is the name of an array. No row size, it indicates the number of rows in an array. Column size, call size indicates number of columns in an array. Okay, so it indicates number of columns in an array. So the example, so example, I'll just say take int a, name of array is a. So I will just take column size is 10, the row size is 10. Okay. And okay, sorry. And with a semicolon. So this is an example. Now we'll just see how the elements, how will you read the elements in a two-dimensional array. Ayo. Read. Two-dimensional array elements. So to read in the sense you are taking the input. So we are just taking. Let's see here. Yes. See, I'm typing this because I just want you to compare yourself. That is the reason I'm just checking. So this was for the one-dimensional array. Later on, I'll delete it. Now, and only I'll just write for the two-dimensional array. So see here, I have int a of 10. This is the size 10. It's not necessary that I should use all the 10. The space I have allotted, it's up to me. I have reserved the space. It's up to me how much of space I'm going to use. See, before this, when I do this, let me tell you. Insert. How the data will means. Okay. When this is executed, this is how the space is been reserved, this space. So 10 rows and 10 columns space is been reserved. Then here the entire thing is A, right? So I will just write here, header, it is going to header, sorry. So it will come A of 0, 0. This is A of 0, 0. Next, this is A of 0, 1. Got it? This is A of 0, 2. This is A of not like this. One thing I'll do. Wait. I should have written that there. Okay. I'll delete. A of 0 is here. Here it is. Okay. A of 1. A of 2. Correct. This is A of 3. This is A of 4. Okay. Similarly, it continues. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 till 9. And here, I'll already type this. A of 0. This is similarly it continues, and here this is A of 0, this is A of 1, right? So what happens is, like, here I will have A of 0, 0, this is A of 0, 0, okay. This is A of 0, 1, you again got, I hope you are understanding, and this is A of 0, 2, and here it is A of 1, 0. This is A of 1, 1. This is of 1, 2. Okay. Next it is A of 2, 0. This is A of 2, 1. This is A of 2. You're getting this? This is how the memory allocation happens in the Okay, this is how the memory allocation system. Okay. Now for this, I have taken this value. So since this is a two-dimensional array, I have just taken the two-dimensional array data, and we have two things, that is a high energy. One is for the row size, and the one is for the columns, right? And next you have, whenever you need to just see for a single dimensional array, whenever you are reading an element, one for loop is a must. Similarly here, whenever you are reading a two-dimensional array, say two for loops is a must. That is for I is equal to 0. I need not explain what is this because I already have done this. I is lesser than 3 and I plus plus, right? And with this, again, I have for j is equal to 0, j is lesser than 3, j plus plus, right? Next, here you have scanf. Here it is only 1% data. Ampersand A of, here is a two-dimensional array, right? So I will just mention A of I and J. Here I need not mention A of 10 of 10 because A of 10 of 10, it just specifies the value. Here I and J. I and J will take a different values, right? As I said you, this is nothing but I and this is nothing but J, right? This is I and this is J. So as in when the I and J values keeps on changing, the values also will just keeps on changing, and the space also, the positions also will keep on changing. How it will change, we will just see. So it is very simple for you to at least to keep in mind. You need to remember that always for a single dimensional array, one for loop is a must, whereas for the two-dimensional array, you require two for loops because you have a row size and the column size. You require two for loops. Everything is one and the same, except the I will be replaced with J, right? Like this. Now we will just see how this output of this. Okay, I'll try showing here only. Here, so what I do, again I will insert here 3 cross 3. I will insert. Okay. Okay. So this is the allocations. That is for I and j. This is how the memory will be allocated. That you know how it is. A of 0 0, you know, because here it will be 0, here it will be 1, here it will be 2, right? And here it will be 0, here it will be 1, here it will be 2. So here this block will be A of 0 0, this block will be A of 0 1, this block will be A of 0 0, and so on. This you all know. So I need not tell that. So here what happens for the same thing, because I say I reduce the size here because some of you will have a doubt when it is 10 cross 10, why is she taking only 3 cross 3? Since I have used only 3 cross 3 elements here, that is the reason I have just blocked the size also for 3 and 3. Okay, now I have this I and I have this j. Now you just see here, for I is equal to 0, initially the I is equal to 0, then I is lesser than 3, that is 0 is lesser than 3, right? So the high value is 0 now. What happens is, like, if the condition is true here, yes, I equal to 3, the condition is true here, at that time what will happen? It will just enter into the second loop. When it enter to the second loop, here it will just say j is again in the time what will happen? It will just come and it will just take the input of the values. So here what happens is like here at f, what is the high value here? I is initially 0. What is the j value? 0 0 0. So at f of 0 0, whatever the value you add 24, or I'll enter only 2 as the value. So it will at a of 0 0, this 2 will go and store. Okay. Now what happens? Now at a of 0 0, that's fine. Again, if you just go back, my j is been incremented. So j will become 1 now. Again, see, still remember, when it will go back is like only when this condition is false, only then it will go back to the I loop. So still it is in the j loop. So what happens is like here, j will become 1. Is 1 lesser than 3? Yes, 1 is lesser than 3. At that time what will happen? It will just come here at a of 0 and 1. The next element will go and store. Okay. The next what happened? It will just go back here. Your j is incremented again. So j becomes 2 now. Is 2 lesser than 3? Yes, 2 is lesser than 3. It is true. At that time what will happen? At a of 0 and 2, this value will come and sit. Okay. The next what happened? Again it will just go. J will be incremented. When the j increment, j will become 3. Is 3 lesser than 3? No. Here the condition fails. When the condition fails, what happens? It will again go back to the I loop. Here I will be incremented. So initially I was 0. So I will be incremented. So at that time what will happen? It will just check here. Correct? So I will be incremented, I will become 1. Is 1 lesser than 3? Yes, 1 is lesser than 3. That time what will happen? Again, we'll just enter here. Now, again, we'll enter starting for the fresh. So, it will start from j is equal to 0 itself because it is starting for the fresh. Is j is equal to 0? Is 0 lesser than 3? Yes, 0 is lesser than 3. That time it will just come at a of I was 1, j is 0. At a of 1 and 0, the next element will be stored, whatever the element might be. And again, what happens is like my j will be incremented. J will be incremented again. So j will become 1. So it will just see is 1 lesser than 3. It is true. Again, it will just come at 1 and 1. The next value will be stored, or it will take the input. See, I'm just talking about taking the input. It will just, whenever the elements is taking the input, it is going to take for that particular, wherever there is a storage of the memory, no, there it will take the input and there is the value will be stored. And next, j will again be incremented. So j will become 2 at is 2 lesser than 3, S2 is lesser than 3, just come down here and at A of 1 and 2, the next value will be placed. And next time again J will be incremented. So here J will become 3. Is 3 lesser than 3? The condition is fails. Again, it will just go back to the loop. Now, next here it is next here. So again, I will be incremented. What is the I value now? So in the last loop, I was 1. So next, I will become 2. Is 2 lesser than 3? Yes, 2 is lesser than 3. Again, it will just come down here. Again, it will run for all the 3 values of J. Some values it will just run. And then okay. The last I have entered, it will do for J is equal to till 2, it will run. Then again J will be incremented. So at that time what will happen? J will become 3. Is 3 lesser than 3? You know the condition will fail. That time it will just go back here. The I will be incremented. So I will become 3. Is 3 lesser than 3? Again it will just fail and it will just stop taking the input. So this is how it is going to work. Now, similarly,
I can't understand, ma'am. Explain it once again.
just a moment. Yes, tell me. You didn't understand?
Not understand, ma'am.
Which one? What you didn't understand? Should I repeat completely?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you understand this memory locations A of 0, 0, A of 0, 1, A of 1, 0? This you understood, right? See, whenever there is a rows and columns, what happens is like here it is 0. Here it is 1. Similarly, here it is 0. Here it is 1. Okay. So here it is A. Now, this block it is A of 0, 0. This block it is A of 0, 1. This block it is A of 1 and 0. This block it is A of 1, 1. This you have understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, who is asking me the doubt? May I know who is this?
80, ma'am. 0080, ma'am.
Tell me your name, man.
Baslingappa, ma'am.
Okay. So this you have understood. See here. Here I have just taken I and J. I is for a row, J is for the column. Right? I have taken two loops, a loop within a loop. I've taken two for loop, a loop within a loop. See, always whenever you have a loop within a loop, the innermost loop should be run first. That is, innermost loop will execute it completely. Then the outermost, it will just come to the outermost loop. Now, according to this thing, I'll just explain you again. Okay, this you know. This I have just given a size. I have taken a two-dimensional array. I have given a size, and I have taken a two variables. One is for the row and one is for the column. Here I have the same for syntax. So here I have the initialization. Here I am checking the condition. Here I am doing the incrementation. So here what I am doing is like for I is equal to 0. Initially always starts with 0. It is I lesser than 2. So here I is 0, right? I initialize I is equal to 0. Now I am just comparing is I lesser than 2. So I value is 0. Is 0 lesser than 2? 0 is lesser than 2. It is true, correct? At that time, what will happen? It will come to the second for loop. So here you have j is equal to 0. You are again initializing, you are giving some initial value to j. You are telling j is equal to 0. Then you are just checking is 0 lesser than 2? Yes, 0 is lesser than 2. Here again the condition is true. When this condition is true, again it will just come down here. Here you have this scanf percentage d ampersand a of ij. See here you are using only single percentage d because this entire thing is a one value. This entire block is for the one value. Now here the high value was 0, j value was 0. At a of 0, 0, whatever the value you enter from the keyboard. See, when this statement is correctly executed, in your script it asks to enter the array elements. At that time, whenever you enter the value, this value will go and sit there. This and all is like internally how the elements are stored. Okay. Next, what it will do, it will just come here. The j will be incremented. J will become 1. Now again, to just check. Is 1 lesser than 2? Yes, 1 is lesser than 2. That time what will happen? It is true. Again, it will just come here. Scanf means it is again ready to take the input at a of 0 and 1 because still I is 0 itself, it is first loop only. At a of 0 and 1, whatever the value you enter, that value will go and sit. Next, what happens? Again, after this statement, again, it will just go back here. Your j will be incremented. When your j incremented, your j value will become 3. When your j value will become, sorry, your j value will become 2 because it was 1, no, j value will become 2. We'll just check. Is 2 lesser than 2? No. 2 is no. Sorry, 0. Yes. Is 2 lesser than 2? 2 is not lesser than 2, but 2 is equal to 2. Correct? So at that time, what happens? This condition fails here. So it will just go back to the previous loop where it has stopped. So in the previous loop, it has stopped here, right? So again, it will just go back. We will check for the increment. So what happens? I initially was 0. It will increment. So I will become 1 now. And it will just again check, is 1 lesser than 2? Yes, 1 is lesser than 2. Again, he'll just enter this. Again, this one will run again. It will run again. Is j is equal to 0? Yes, 0 is lesser than 2. The condition is true. Again, he'll just come here. Here, what is the I value at this time? I value is 1. J value is 0. At 1 and 0, the value will be there. Again, it will just go back. I will become, j will become 1. So what happens is 1 lesser than 2, 1 is lesser than 2. It is 2. It will just come here at ampersand of 1 and 2. That means at ampersand of 1 and 1 because the j's value is 1, the I value is also 1. The next value will sit. Again, we'll just come here. Your j will be incremented. Your j will become 2. Is 2 lesser than 2? 2 is not lesser than 2. The condition will fail. Again, it will just go back here. I will be incremented. Okay. So the I value will become 2 now. We'll just check for the condition. Is 2 greater than, lesser than 2? 2 is not lesser than 2. Now the condition fails. So it will just come out.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Understand, ma'am.
See, what you do is like what I suggest you that take this, copy this code, right? Copy this code yourself, write way of 0, 1, way of 0, 1, and just try to go accordingly the conditions as I did individually. You just keep on going. What you do first, you do it for 2, then you change the values for 3 here or everywhere 3, then next you do it for 4. For all these, when you just get correctly, okay, try for 2, 3, 4. If you are able to do it individually, then it is fine. Or else you can ask me personally also. Okay. Anything else? So the same way you are printing the values. Same thing you're taking a 2 loop, a loop within a loop, and then you are just printing A of ij. So to print A of ij, you're taking this ampersand symbol. So your arrays problem is one and the same. You have a repetitions of these statements. So this is the two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array. And in the arrays, you will have to know a definition of an array, right? And syntax and example for one-dimensional array, syntax and example for two-dimensional array, to read and print a single-dimensional array, to read and print a two-dimensional array, to sum of two matrices, difference of two matrices. If you learn this much, it is enough for your array. So this will complete your script. You have any doubts, please you ask me. It is for doubts. Session is open for doubts. Banu, you have to compare one-dimensional and two-dimensional array. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have to type in the notes now. Once I type in, I'll share. Any news regarding your midterm? Sidesh? Sidesh? CR? Sidesh? This guy, what he will do? Sidesh?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್
ಏನ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇದು ಫೋನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಅದ್ ಒತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಅದು
ಫೋನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಬೇಡಿ ನೀವು.
ನಿಜ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಫೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀರಾ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಮಿಟ್ಟಮ್ದೇನು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಮಿಟ್ಟಮ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಏನೇನು?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅದ್ರದ್ದೇನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಆದ್ರೆ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೇನು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಒಟ್ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಕ್ಕ ಅವ್ರು ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಅವ್ರ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್.
ಅವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ರಾ?
ಹಾ ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಾಲೇಜು?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಅವರು ಒಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನ ನೆಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಡಿ, ನೀವು ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಫೈನ್. ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮೇ ನಮಗೂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್, ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ I had already shared you some of the notes, right? ನೋಟ್ಸ್
Yes,
ಎಲ್ಲ
ma'am.
ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇನ್ನು ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ನೀಟ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? Are you people studying?
Yes, ma'am. ಡೈಲಿ ಒಂದ್ 2 ಪೇಜ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಡೈಲಿ ಒಂದ್ 2 ಪೇಜ್ ಬರೀತಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಏನ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಹೌದು, ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಡನ್ ಆಸಿ. See, I understand it will not be that effective as in offline classes. Just effective iralla, but we have no other choice actually. This is the first time even for me online classes. This is the first time. Last semester I was not there. I was on leave, maternity leave ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. So I didn't ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. But ಈ ಸತಿನೇ ನಾನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ I am just taking the online classes. I know some of the concepts it was difficult for me to explain by online. But arrays, I think ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ arrays ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. I could word ಅಲ್ಲೇ I could draw and do things. So null occasions, but offline classes and I could have got a chance to explain to you in detail. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, background disturbances also will be there. But still, in case you have not followed or any doubts you have anytime, you can just ask.
ಓಕೆ.
ಸೊ ಸಿ ಮುಗೀತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸಿದ್ದೇಶ್ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಶೇರ್ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ, ಅದು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ.
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಅದನ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ICT ಇದು ಅದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೇರ್ ಯು ದಟ್ ಯು ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಬೈ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್.
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅದು ಸರಿನಾ? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದು ವೇರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೇವ್, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನೇಮ್. ಮೀನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಐ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇವಾಗ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ICT ನ ನೋಟ್ಸ್, ICT ನೋಟ್ಸ್. Okay. Just so in between you have this MS Office and all. MS Office ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2
ಯಾವುದು?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಡಾಸ್ ಒಂದಾಗಿದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು
ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ?
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಹೌದು.
ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವು 7 ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್
ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ
7 ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಅದು
ಸಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತಾ? ಡಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ
ಆಗಿದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ. ನಾನು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಮರ್ಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು.
ಆಯ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಇದು ಅದೇನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. MS Office ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋ ಯು ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ఈ క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను. అమ్మని అడిగండి. ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಲೇನ್ರಿ?
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಸರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಇದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಹತ್ರನೇ ತರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು. ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಶೇರ್ ಬಯೋ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಗವಿ ಸಿದ್ದೇಶ್. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯಾವ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ.
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಬಂತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಅದನ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 10 pages ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ರೀ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ NCBI ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೀವು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆಮೇಲೆ NCBI ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ದೆನ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಯೋ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಪ್ಪ. ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ share. So I am left with MS Office. After doing the MS Office, so we will just I'll give you the list of the programs and I'll execute some of the programs for you people. You can do that. So that would ಏನಂತೆ end this thing. Okay.
Okay ma'am.
Anything else you have? No. Let me know if you have any other doubts. You can ask me doubts in any of the topics which I have taught you so far. It is not like that only in arrays you are supposed to ask any of the topics. If you have doubts, you can just ask me, or else we shall wind up. We shall wind up. No doubts? Endorse. External commands in DOS. Hey. Whatever I saved. Operating systems. This operating system notes I have shared with you people, right? Have I shared this operating system notes with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. See, in external commands, you don't have much. I think some of you are one of the student, Deepti. Deepti TL has asked to explain the external commands. I'll just explain the external commands. You don't have much. So the first one is the format command. Yeah. So you have only the 6 commands. I'll just explain quickly. The first one is the format command. The format command is used to format the entire drive. Say, for example, you just insert a pen drive, correct? You insert a pen drive. So when you insert a pen drive, say, for example, it will show some drive, E drive or F drive. So what you can do, you can just go on to the this command prompt, and there you can just click format. Say, for example, whatever the drive you insert, say if it is E drive, you can just say format E colon E drive. When you just type in like that and you press an enter, what happens? The entire pen drive will be formatted. When you just say it's formatted, what happens is like whatever you had stored in your pen drive, everything will get erased and it will become a new fresh one. Okay. Similarly, you can format any of the disks. Formatting is like cleaning up the disks. Okay. So format command is used to format a particular drive. The next is a disk copy. The disk copy is to see. Initially, you had something called as a floppy disk. Like it was like a very rectangle shape. It was like a rectangle shape, and whenever you need to copy the entire thing, so now you have a CD, right? I'm just giving an example. A CD, whatever you have, the content of one CD will be completely copied onto the another CD. So the same way, there the floppy disk, whatever the storage you have before this pen drives, you had the floppy disk was acting as a secondary storage. People were storing it in the floppy disk. Only when your pen drive came into existence, your floppy drives, floppy disk are not being used. It is outdated. So this particular command is used to copy the content of this floppy disk into the another. So whenever you are copying, you obviously require 2 things, 2 drives you require, right? So that is the reason you're just using, that is disk copy, D drive, F drive. Whatever you have with this thing, see floppy, as whenever you insert this pen drive, you just get a drive. Similarly, that time you had a slots for floppy disk. Slots were there. When you insert the floppy disk into a slot, it would show it in the system, say E drive or F drive or whatever it is. So you should have 2 drives then. So what happens is like whatever you insert, the entire thing will be copied into a new floppy disk. So this is the existing floppy disk and this is the new floppy disk. So the content of the entire floppy disk would be copied into the another one, and this disk copy, this command was restricted only for the floppy disk, means you cannot use for any other, you can't use the same command for your pen drive or any other drive. So this is then outdated, nobody is using as of now. The next, to check the disk. What is check disk? Check disk means it will check the storage space, how much in the drive, how much space is being used, how much space is like still left, all these things. To know the status, like to know the storage space, to know the status of the storage space, you make use of the command called as check disk. You are checking the disk and you are checking the disk storage space. And next is the, first I'll go for the undelete command. Undelete command. See, whenever you are using this undelete command, say for example, by mistake, if at all you would have deleted a file or a drive, do you want to retain it? As simple as you are using, whenever you are typing something in your Word file and you by accidentally you delete it, you will do Control Z. When you do Control Z, it is like undo option. Whatever you are just deleted, it will just come back. Similarly, whatever you have deleted, if you want to, by mistake you have deleted, you want to retain it, at that time you will use the command undelete. Undelete command. When you use this undelete command, in case by mistake you have deleted any file, you can retrieve that particular file. Next is del tree. This del tree is used to delete a particular folder or a directory. Whenever you need to delete a folder, you use this del tree. So here what happens is like in the internal command also you have rd command, that is a remove directory. The main difference between rd command and the del tree command is like in the rd command, whenever you are deleting the folder should have been empty. But here it is not so. Though the folder has got its content, whenever you use this del tree command, the entire folder will be deleted along with its contents. You have a content, a folder is there, the folder is completely packed and you can delete this folder along with the content. So when you did just delete it, the contents also will be deleted along with the folder. So that is the del tree command. And when coming to this attrib command, it is used to check the status of the file. Say for example, due to the virus, some of the files in your pen drive will be hidden. Okay, to remove the hidden file or to make the file hidden or to make the file read, you will use this particular attrib command. That is attrib -h-r//d. F colon is like whichever drive you use. This is whatever the drive, pen drive you use, that particular drive. Then start. When you use this particular command, you can copy this command and you can just see when you use, say, you would have put some file into the pen drive, but the pen drive seems empty. The file is not being seen. That means the file has been hidden. At that time, you can use this particular command and you can retrieve the file. So these are the DOS external commands.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Chalo then, I'll just wind up. Thank you. Be safe. Stay home. Bye. Start studying. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.